Welcome to The Business Coach, a show in which we're out to help entrepreneurs better their businesses. Tonight on the show, we'll be exploring a topic that we all love, weddings. And we'll be exploring the wedding planning business. On the first half of the show, we'll be meeting up with a lady named Samantha Jerry, who runs Little Weddings, a company that he just recently formed. I want to find out what exactly her story is and what exactly are some of the challenges she faces in her day-to-day business. And after the break, I'll be linking her up to Antonin, who runs Slique event that has been in existence for the last 12 years, to give her tips on how exactly to go about this particular business, where we spend a lot of money through committees, kuchanga changa story of wedding. Let's know how exactly the business is. So welcome to the show. Little Weddings. How did it all come about? Is it because you're tinier than I am?
You could say that. Little is a title that I've been given so many times, so I just decided, to just brand it and make money out of it. So essentially, what happened in the beginning was I have another business called Little Cake Girl, and so Little Weddings was born of Little Cake Girl. We've been doing wedding cakes for about 9 years now. So Little Weddings was a natural, transition. And with the way in which our wedding planning service is structured, it is actually geared towards small weddings, small intimate weddings. We have our packages range from 20 to 100 guests. So Little Weddings actually was just the perfect match.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And why did the interest on wedding planning come about? Why did you decide to go for it?
It came about because having been in the industry for so long, we attend a lot of weddings. I felt that there was just a desire in my heart to create something that's really beautiful and really compact. I'm the kind of person who would have loved a nice and compact wedding if I was to have a wedding. So I thought if I was to create a package, there must be other people who are like me who do have that kind of, preference. Can we have an intimate wedding, something nice, passionate, small, very manageable and controlled? And so that's where it came from.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And previously, you're telling me about you had another business, or rather, you're managing another business that you've planned. Little Cake Girl. Still little.
Little Cake Girl, yes.
That's not so little.
Not so little.
Yeah, because you told me 9 years
Yes,
prior to setting up
9
the
years.
wedding planning business.
Right.
So tell me about the business and how did it inspire you now to set up this new business?
Right. So Little Cake Girl has grown, and I really thank God for that. It has grown in leaps and bounds, and so as at 2018, I found myself attending weddings every single Saturday. And what that did for me was it exposed me to the industry. I got to see a lot of decor and a lot of, MC, entertainment, food, layouts.
So then you're just dealing solely with cakes?
At the time, yeah. So I just felt, with all that exposure, I was learning every single time, asking the right questions, pairing up with the right suppliers, because we generally do have suppliers who we tend to, we meet a lot of suppliers over and over again. So I just thought, what if I brought around the people that I know really well and the people that I know can deliver an amazing service, bring it together and, package it into something that's a little bit different from what's out there in the market.
And having run the business for around 9 years, what are some of the lessons that now you brought into the new business?
I brought in my customer service, for example. I learned a lot on how to deal with clients, clients at a high end. When you're dealing with wedding clients, it's usually a bigger piece of the pie than maybe usually the birthday cakes or the birthday parties. So I felt that the customer service that I've enabled myself to achieve with Little Cake Girl was a seamless transition into Little Weddings. The other thing is that I was able to market and to launch Little Weddings on the back of Little Cake Girl, because Little Cake Girl has its own market, it has its own voice out there. The brand is quite big and it's a household name. So I was able to market, using that as a leverage. And that was pretty good.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So we're here.
Yes. So I want to welcome you to our cake bakery. We call it the studio. It's a famous LCG studio. Welcome.
Thank you. So in the wedding planning business, who's your target clientele?
My target clientele is the bride and the groom who desire to have an intimate wedding. That's usually quite a different bride from the one who wants a big wedding. That's why
I think the ones who want the big wedding is just the traditional.
Right, that is the traditional clientele. But then there exists the couples who are sitting at home thinking, nah, we don't think we want to get married. But then again, with a package like this, they're thinking, well, if we were to get married, this is exactly what we would want to do,
Interesting. So give me the nitty-gritties. So paint for me a picture of this particular bride and groom?
So,
What kind of wedding do they want?
What kind of wedding do they want? They want the kind of wedding where, one, it's filled with just the people who they really do care about and care for them. Most of these couples are people who've even been living together, they've started a family, and having a wedding has been pushed to the back burner because maybe they felt that this was too much of a hassle. Our wedding package actually is designed to take the hassle away from the planning process. We want the bride and the groom to be happy and to enjoy this perfect moment, you know, with the people who matter to them the most.
So how do you go about now looking for these particular suppliers to actually get to work with? And do you own everything or just outsource all through?
Okay, so exclusively we outsource. What we are offering is the planning service. We are the ones that coordinate the experts to come together to provide services for this wedding. We have a rigorous approach to our supplier panel. So because we've been in the industry, in the cake, within the cake space, we have a lot of suppliers that we've worked with, and they are tried and tested. A lot of our suppliers are even award-winning within the wedding industry. So we have people that we know are tried and tested who deliver to the excellence that we require.
And traditionally, weddings in Kenya have committees.
Yeah.
Has that been a barrier in terms of the business? In the sense that I know, yes, your bride and groom are your clients, but they have a committee that have to second every decision and account for every penny.
We do go through committees, even down to a baby shower, we go through committees. But one of the things we do appreciate is, you know, togetherness is part of our African and Kenyan culture.
Yes.
So we can't take that away, but as a business and on the professional side, what we try to ensure is the agreement that we have with our couple is with our couple. That's number one. And number two, the price points we've created for our packages should be manageable for the couple to be able to come together and do on their own. So we've eliminated the fact that, you don't really have to get everybody to come together. It's affordable for the couple. And number two, we've done all the planning, so you don't need to delegate a person for each part. You know, you take care of the cake, you take care of the catering. We are the ones who are essentially coordinating everything. So we've tried to, you know, just to distance the committee just a little bit, because we also want the couple to trust us, that, you know, we know exactly what it is we're bringing to the table. And again, we are tried and tested.
Having been in the business so far, what are some of the challenges you've been facing?
Okay, so one of the main, the challenge that is the loudest, the one that I get most, is people will say, wow, your package is amazing and it's affordable, but I wish you could let me have my own photographer. I wish you could let me have my own caterer, you know. What we're selling is a one-stop solution. It is a package as is. If you come to us, you must understand that we are offering the whole package. If you break it into pieces, it ceases to, you know, have the quality that we are promising. If it's supposed to be hassle-free, then I've already taken care of it for you. So you cannot give me you cannot give me the project and then take back a little bit for you, you know, for you to take on for yourself. So that's one of the bigger challenges. I don't see it as a difficulty as such. I just find it's just more work for me to educate people and tell them, you know, you can actually just make one payment and have one vendor and, you know, have the rest.
And just finally, this is the question I usually sum up with every entrepreneur that I have on the show. I like just knowing what exactly is the vision that you hold for Little Weddings. Yes.
Well, Little Weddings is a very unique business. We do know most other businesses are trying to do bigger, better, shinier, louder weddings. We want to really focus on that intimate wedding and make a really indelible mark in that market.
I'm hoping in a year's time I'm going to come back and just find out who exactly you are.
Yes, and I'd like to do your wedding.
Let me not speak about my marital status. So after the break, I'll be linking up Samantha to Alton and Jumba of Slique Events, who have been in the business for the last 12 years. So kama umekuwa inexistent, you've been an adult for the last 12 years, they've not yet been married, you need to wait after the break to learn how exactly you can plan your wedding. So see you after the break. My name is Ian Dennis and this is The Business Coach.